Vietnamese cuisine is famous for dishes such as bánh quan, canh chua, coffee, and bánh hung dam, among others. Recently, these dishes were included in lists of the world's most famous foods by famous culinary magazines. In 2023, the top 8 most delicious Vietnamese dishes in the world that Westerners must try at least once in their lifetime include bánh quan, which is ranked in the top 10 most delicious foods in the world. Bánh quan is a familiar dish in our daily lives, but it is still a relatively new name that has made the world fall in love with it. Bánh quan is made mainly from rice flour, which is thinly rolled on a piece of cloth and steamed in a large pot for a few minutes. After being cooked, the cake is rolled with a filling of minced meat, wood ear mushrooms, and other savory fillings, served with herbs, fried onions, and fish sauce. Although it originated from China, bánh quan in Vietnam has a different taste and preparation method, varying by region. For example, Ton Tri bánh quan in Hanoi has a thin, steamed outer layer that is rolled and cut into bite-sized pieces, with a filling of minced meat, a little minced shrimp, wood ear mushrooms, and small pieces of wood ear mushrooms. In addition, Hanoi's bánh quan is divided into 2 types, with and without filling. Lang Sun's egg bánh quan has an outer layer of rice flour that is coated with a fresh egg and is rich and creamy. The dish is so eye-catching that it makes people crave it naturally. Vietnamese people are crazy about coffee, and in the list of the 50 best coffees in the world, Vietnamese coffee accounts for 4 positions, including Phin coffee at 15th place, iced milk coffee at 15th place, egg coffee at 32nd place, and yogurt coffee at 47th place. According to Atlas Test, coffee culture is an important part of daily life in Vietnam, although it was first introduced by the French in the mid-19th century. Coffee quickly became popular in Vietnam and is now one of the largest coffee producers and exporters in the world. Robusta coffee is the most commonly used coffee in Vietnam, with a strong flavor and dense texture due to the slow roasting process. Sometimes, people roast coffee beans with butter and sugar, while other recipes even add cocoa and vanilla during the roasting process. From black Phin coffee, Vietnamese people have created many other delicious coffee drinks, such as iced milk coffee with whipped egg yolks and condensed milk, unique egg coffee, and refreshing yogurt coffee. On cool days, nothing beats a bowl of canh chua, a traditional Vietnamese sour soup made with various vegetables and fish. The most attractive feature of canh chua is its sour, sweet, and spicy taste, which comes from tamarind, starfruit, or soursop. Canh chua is usually cooked with smooth-skinned fish, but in some places, carp or snakehead fish are still used. Because many vegetables have a mild sour taste, canh chua is a refreshing and nutritious dish that is perfect with white rice. It is no wonder that many international visitors consider it a must-try dish when visiting Vietnam. Recently, Quechua has caused a stir when it appeared in a Vietnamese movie, Bip, and was recreated in a warm and cozy way. Despite only appearing for a few seconds, this dish truly showcased Vietnamese cuisine and demonstrated the love of a mother for her child. Hollywood has also used Asian cuisine to highlight Asian culture, and Vietnamese cuisine is no exception. Is also on the list of delicious dishes in Vietnam, but this time, the dish is rustic and not too popular like chow lao, which was introduced by the Chinese post office in the morning for tourists. This year is the specialty of Hoi An. This dish has all the flavors of Vietnamese cuisine: salty, sweet, sour, and bitter. Chow lao is the name of a specialty dish in 3 provinces in central Vietnam: Hue, Da Nang, and Quang Nam. However, according to the assessment of many tourists, enjoying chow lao in Hoi An, Quang Nam is the most authentic and attractive. The origin of this dish is still controversial. Some people think that chow lao originated from Japanese udon noodles, while others say that chow lao is a dish originating from China. In terms of form, chow lao is quite similar to Quang noodles, but more elaborate in preparation and enjoyment. Chow lao noodles are made from rice soaked in ash of the Tsu Lao Tram soil, then ground with water from the Ba Lu well to preserve the ancient flavor. Chow lao is only used with pork and other accompanying ingredients such as herbs, cinnamon pork sausage, or crispy fried pork skin and crushed peanuts. In 2014, the U.S. Huffington Post praised Hoi An's chow lao as one of the culinary treasures of Vietnam, not only in Asia but also in Europe. If anyone has ever tasted this dish, please share your feelings about the taste in the comments for everyone to know. Bua en hung giam is like sour soup, but when it was first introduced to international media, it was immediately included in the top 50 most delicious dishes in Southeast Asia in 2023. As the name suggests, the broth of bua en hung giam has a sour taste of vinegar, a sweet and refreshing taste of coconut water, and a fragrant aroma from lemongrass, onions, and some other spices. When eating, just take a thin slice of beef, dip it in boiling water for a few seconds until cooked, then roll the meat with vermicelli and raw vegetables, and dip it in a special sauce to fully enjoy the delicious taste of bua en hung giam. Many people often choose to eat it when the weather is cold or rainy. Pho is undoubtedly the most famous dish in Vietnam. It has been loved by international tourists for many years and is deeply rooted in the hearts of Vietnamese people. Although there are many types of pho, beef pho is still considered the national dish of Vietnam because it has won the hearts of international tourists and continuously appears in the top list of the most delicious dishes in the world. The soul of pho lies in the broth boiled from bones, with the addition of star anise, cinnamon, fish sauce, ginger, and grilled onions. Southern pho is usually eaten with herbs such as coriander, mint, and bean sprouts, while northern pho is eaten with fried breadsticks. Ca co tu is one of the specialties of Vietnam, usually made from fish such as snakehead, bossafish, or catfish, stewed in a traditional clay pot called tuor nu. After being cleaned, the fish is marinated with spices such as salt, fish sauce, seasoning powder, and pepper. Then, the fish is mixed with sliced pork belly, onions, garlic, and chili until almost cooked. The fish and pork are then layered in the pot, and a mixture of caramel sauce, fish sauce, and coconut water is poured over the fish. The dish is then simmered until the fish is fully cooked and the sauce is thickened. Ka Ko Tu is usually served with rice and a sour fish soup. Vietnam not only has such dishes but also has delicious street food such as Xiao Up Xiao Down, which is unforgettable after just one taste. Another famous street food is banh mi, which is one of the 6 most delicious street foods. Ranked 29th in the list of 50 famous street foods in the world. Tetalas magazine commented, "Bread is a very familiar and popular dish in all 3 regions of Vietnam. Nowadays, bread has become a unique culinary symbol of Vietnam because of its unique flavor, diversity in ingredients and processing methods. Bread in each place has its own characteristics. Take the time to explore and enjoy the diversity of the dish in each region, each locality that tourists pass through. A light bread with a crispy crust, depending on the taste. Diners can choose their favorite filling, such as beef, pork, chicken, or pâté sausage. Served with bread and meat often have pickled vegetables, herbs, chili to enhance the flavor and stimulate the senses. Dear friends can affirm, major culinary magazines in the world have selected and evaluated, ranking Vietnamese dishes in the list of famous world dishes in 2023. To prove one thing, Vietnamese cuisine has a certain position on the culinary map. Truly proud of our Vietnam. Every year, there are more delicious dishes that shake the world, making international friends who have eaten once remember forever. Actually, there are many other names, loved by the world. But because the video duration is limited, so we can't list them all. Please supplement us by leaving the names of the dishes in the comments below. And if you love this topic, don't forget to support us by liking and sharing the video. Then subscribe to the Top 1 channel to explore, and click on the small bell button next to it to get the fastest updates on new videos. On the screen, we have left related videos that you shouldn't miss. Click to watch now. And now, as usual, hello and see you again.